Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Stim. I don't know how loud my microphone is, so we'll just pretend it's okay. And I would like to welcome everyone to Nemesis on the Racing League. Nemesis on the Racing League Gran Turismo Sport pre-season race coming from Germany, from Nurburgring Grand Prix circuit. Not the 24-hour circuit, but the Nurburgring Grand Prix track. And let's go to spectate. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. What is going on? What the? Okay, oh god, I'm gonna guess, okay, wait. Let me quickly try to connect the other keyboard then. Oops. I didn't mean to try and break anything, but oops. Right. Let's try this keyboard then. Right, yeah, that goes this way. Right. I know, but I'm trying to get this working. It just doesn't want to. Okay, right. Spectator off. Hold on. Aha! Here we go, guys. Got it. Right, there we go. Now I have two keyboards. Okay, right, I just, so imagine this, okay? Firstly, I have one keyboard on my desk, then I got second keyboard. I have two keyboards now. I wonder if this one still works. What does F3 does? It does nothing apparently. I don't even know how to control the keyboard by this point. Right, there we go, we can change the cameras. Ooh. Yellow flag, overtaking is prohibited. A little spin there. Right, there we go. That's that. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna imagine it could go either well or really badly. Oh, Galactic Skull. Something happened to Galactic. I'm spamming Z. Please. No? Well. Oh, bit of a mistake there from Danny, as this is just the warm-ups. As I am trying to get myself used to this. Val is still in the pits. Okay, so you don't hold it, you just press it. Okay. That's good to know. So Skull is just parked there at the side. I'm gonna imagine he's just letting people through. I swear these are the right controls for it. I'm probably just stupid. So Galactic Skull parked there at the side, as we can see. Oh, oops, I was pressing the wrong thing as Blizzard goes over the curbings. How can I... Why can I not look at on the replay? I hope that will be sorted itself in the race. I hope anyway. I really hope it does sort itself out. So 30-minute race will be following. Rep headphone users. Interesting. Really interesting. Oh, he spawned. He's doing donuts now. Don't blame him, it's only a warm-up. Don't know which sounds louder, but I'm going to disconnect this one, so there's only one keyboard. Okay, and there we go. The race is about to start for the pre-season here at Nurburgring Grand Prix. So let's see, what do we have in store? So here we go. Kieran Jacobs on the pole position, Danny alongside Mushin Lago, Nemesis Racing, Galactic Skull, Sonic, Ricciardo, Blizzard, and Callum G. Spencer are all rest on the grid as we have 30-minute race coming up ahead of us. Fiver lights, away we go racing. It looks like that Kevin seemed to have a better start, but Danny will try to look on his inside. Down towards turn 1, and Danny seemed to get it, but Kevin on the switchback maneuver, bit of contact there between the two drivers. And now Sonic is making his way up into the first place of this Grand Prix, as Ricciardo is now into third. And here we go, a replay of this. Let's have a look. That was Ricciardo trying to get past and just didn't really work out for him. As we return back onto the racing. And now Ricciardo is going to try and have a look at the inside. Kevin seemed to shut the door just a wee bit so slightly, as Ricciardo remains behind. Right, there we go. Ricciardo now is attempting to overtake an opportunity, which it seems to work out. Kevin did have a wee bit of a back-end loss, and now round the outside he does get the maneuver done. Callum Spencer now is going to try and find his way around Kevin, but has Merchant Lego right behind him. Well, let's see how that plans out. Blizzard going a bit wide there. So still battle for P5 is on, as Murcielago is leading Danny, Blizzard and Galactic Skull all behind him. And let's look on Blizzard. Can he get past Danny? He seems to look for it. Danny is lagging around the shop. And here we go, Blizzard on the inside into the hairpin. Does he get a maneuver? Yes, he does. He does get the overtake, as Danny does go on the gravel and loses the back end. Let's have a look on the replay. So that's into the hairpin. On the inside, Blizzard just gets it, and then Danny loses the car, but manages to just about save it. He got hit in the back actually, which is quite a strange thing to see, as now Val got past him as well. Something must have happened here, which we completely missed. But now let's focus on Blizzard, as he has closed up to Murcielago, Kevin Jacobs and Callum Spencer as Lago. Don't know what happened. Not entirely sure what happened there, but now we have Kevin defending, Callum switching to the inside of turn 1. Kevin tries to squeeze him out towards the inside curbing, but Callum gets the overtake done in a beautiful style. Absolute phenomenal style, and let's have a look on the replay. So that is Callum on the inside. Kevin tries to just squeeze him out, just sweep it so slightly, but Callum does get it. Really good overtake there by the American driver, British driver, sorry. My bad. Now Blizzard has a task on him, and that is to find a way past the other guys, as we have Sonic, who is now 2.2 seconds up ahead, who is in the lead of this race, as we have 25 minutes on the time remaining. Ricciardo is currently in P2. He has a a roughly same gap as he has to Sonic, so he's really in no man's land just now for himself. Callum is up into P3, Kevin Jacobs P4, Murcielago gets to, tries to attack Blizzard. It doesn't work out as Blizzard does hold the position to himself. Let's quickly have a look on the replay of what happened. Oh, Blizzard making a mistake going on the gravel trap, which does allow Murcielago to try and go round the outside, but Blizzard hangs it on the inside. Okay then. Interesting. Interesting. Can Blizzard now start closing up to Kevin, who is near enough 2 seconds up the road now? So Blizzard did lose ground to the driver ahead, which will not benefit him whatsoever. So Blizzard 150.6 on the previous lap. And he is starting to close down to Kevin up ahead for P4. We do seem to have a battle shaping up for P2. So let's... Oh, actually, something is going on at the back. And there we go, Callum is going to be up against Ricardo F1. It'll be interesting to see how they two have a battle out on track. So, down in towards the final corner as we hit 23-minute mark remaining of the racing. And we have Val at the back as Val is now right up against Danny for what that is P8, the penultimate position of the race. Let's have a quick look. Can Val do up anything against Danny? Two Italians battling now against each other, but no. Danny races ahead, loses the back end just a wee bit so slightly, but keeps it. Ricardo is, in the meantime, still holding up Callum. So them two have a really tight pack between the two of them. And I did see a mistake there in the background. I think it was from Kevin. Not entirely sure. But Callum is looking really fighty. He looks really feisty and he does want that P2 as soon as possible. The gap is a 10th. It's less than that now. Callum tries to find the way past. Ricardo defends well to remain ahead, but is it going to be for long enough? Is it going to be for long enough? I am pretty sure them two are closing up to Sonic as well. Yes, they are indeed. And let's have a look. Callum round the outside into the penultimate hairpin, and just doesn't get it just yet, so he will have another opportunity down the main straight, down in towards turn 1. Oh, Blizzard at the back, losing the back end just a wee bit so slightly, and now he's right in the front from Kevin. And we do see an overtake maneuver from Callum, so let's save down the replay and let's have a look of what actually happened. And just throws it up the inside, and thanks for the bell, but I'm gonna shoot off as he did spin afterwards as well. He did sprint afterward as well, which I completely missed out. But just got a call on the replay camera, so maybe just about lucky. And yes, indeed, Val did get past Danny a few laps ago, I would imagine, or a few minutes ago. As Callum now has to do all the catch-up work once again. And indeed, he did close it up already. The gap is less than 5 just over 5 tenths. Blizzard is catching up as well. The gap is less than a second. And that is Ricciardo into the pits. So is Sonic. So both drivers are into the pits. Blizzard has stayed out. So that makes Callum Spencer the leader of the preseason race here at Nurburgring. Blizzard is up into second. Blizzard outbrakes himself. Going a wee bit wide. Let's have a look. So yeah, just narrowly missing his braking zone, locking up the rear tires, and just going off just a wee bit so slightly, but they get back on track. As of now, I have a car road behind Galactic Skull, who is in P5. Sonic is in P6. So Sonic has remained in the lead of the race, and I'm not sure if Danny and Val have both pitted yet. Let's actually check that. No, they have not. So I will imagine Callum, Blizzard, Kevin, Murcielago and Skull will all be pitting at the end of lap 7. Or they might possibly try and hang them tires just a wee bit longer and try to go for another super softs. I don't know. But let's see. Callum. Does he pull it towards the pits? No, he does not. He stays out. "17 minutes on the clock is left of this race." Murcielago did come into the pits indeed. Sonic is now into P5. Galactic Skull is 1.5 seconds up the road from him. Let's have a look. Where is Murcielago? I don't think he has been into the pits yet. Yeah, his car is just about to get served. So we'll go back on board with Sonic. Actually, no, Blizzard seem to be getting quite close to Callum. As there is a battle between Sonic and Sonic and Galactic Skull. I nearly said Sonic twice, my bad. Let's see, Skull goes wide! And that lets Sonic through. Galactic Skull is round. Let's have a look on the replay of what happened. Just goes wide, and yeah. Spins it. Unlucky one there for the Scottish driver. And back to the front we go. There we go. That looks better. So 6 cents. Val is only 6 cents behind. He does have Merchant Lego right behind him as well. Is he going to have a look for the move down into the hairpin? No, he will not. As Val does make a mistake, he is forced to cut a corner, and that might give him a penalty, which will benefit Merchant Lego. And Galactical is into the pits. Did I say Merchant Lego or Galactical? I'm not entirely sure what I said, so let's not react to that. And Valve with another mistake. A huge lockup. A huge lockup from Valve. Yeah, just missing the braking zone, go wide, and that did allow Merchant Lego to get right through him. And we do have a battle for the lead, 6 hands between Blizzard and Callum Spencer, as Blizzard does have a 1/10 penalty yet to drop off. But I don't think that'll be too much of an issue for him. He has to worry about battling for the lead, as nearly losing it there, Blizzard, with a really good reaction save. 48.9 was his previous fast lap of the race. And there we go, Blizzard continues on. Callum is over to the side and he is into the pits. 13 minutes left. 13 minutes remain. Ball at the very back. Galactical against Danny. Should be easy catch for Galactic, I would imagine. And a half a second penalty for Galactical. He does back off to get rid of it, and that does set him quite a wee bit behind now. Callum Spencer rejoins in 5th, so he is now behind Ricardo and Kevin. So not what he was looking for, but he does have the fresh tires, so that will give him some sort of a benefit, I would say. So let's see how that works out for him. And up the inside, Callum, possibly contact has been made, not entirely sure. Let's have a look on the replay anyway, to see if there was any contact. Yeah, definitely contact from Callum, little nudge into the back of Ricardo, which does set him off a bit wide and force him to lose a position to Callum. So there we go. Really interesting. And here we go, Blizzard is into the pits. The question is, where will he come out? I'm going to imagine 4th, as Kevin Jacobs seems to hesitate at the exit of the chicane, and now Callum is right on his inside to get the move for P2, that is now. So let's have a look on the replay. What has actually happened to Kevin? That is interesting. Seems to just take it really slowly, and that did allow Callum to get all the momentum and send it up the inside. So yeah, there we go, easy fish for Callum. And Blizzard is 4th, so he does rejoin ahead of Ricardo, which is quite crucial at power in this race. And as now he will be trying to get past Kevin Jacobs for what that will be P3, as Kevin does make a mistake. Blizzard tries to find a way alongside. And there we go, beautiful overtaking from Blizzard to get into the podium, onto the podium. Beautiful overtaking maneuver from Blizzard, I must give him that. Ran the outside just cautiously and beautifully. Fair play to Blizzard, as we do have a battle between Ricardo and Kevin now as well. A lot of battles going on in this race. That's why I like just over 10 minutes left on the timer of this race. We are on lap 11. Sonic being the leader of this race. Kevin Jacobs makes a mistake, does let Ricciardo through. Kevin really seemed to be rusty at the second half of the race, I would say. Really rusty on the second half. Callum is currently in P2 and Sonic is our race leader. 48.3 was his previous lap time, as he does start lap 12 of the race. Okay. Kevin Jacobs is in the pits. Where's Val? Okay, Val is over here. Callum, he has a fair gap to Blizzard. Say nothing more, but he does have a good 4-second gap, so I would imagine he can just chill out just a wee bit, but he is going to try and catch up to Sonic. So that'll be interesting to see how Callum can take the advantage of fresher rubber at this stage of the race. And there we go, he's right in the back already. So definitely pushing to the very limits of the car. Can we see the race leader change on the track bow? So Callum against Sonic. Sonic doesn't have the best of lines. And that looks like a no. Ah! I can't remember what it's called. Oh well, but look at this, Callum on the inside after a switch maneuver on Sonic into the chicane. Sonic does have the inside and does keep the position, but is it going to be for long? It's going to be for long. Ground the outside is Callum is going to try it. And look at this, on the switchback, Callum takes the lead of the race, and Blizzard is right in the background as well. Where did he come from? Blizzard, chill out. And just look at this, just look at this. On the switchback, taking the faster line, and gets past what maneuver that was. Blizzard nearly pushing to the very limit as well, which is quite interesting to see him push like crazy just now, as he did close up a lot. And I mean a lot. It does seem to look like somebody has issues. That was Ricciardo in the pits. He is now out, back onto the track, and he rejoins in P5. And we have a battle for the lead of the race between 3 cars really, but now that Callum has actually pulled away. How the hell did he build a 2-second gap already? What the hell? Faster tires possibly? And look at this Blizzard contact between the two drivers. And I would say that was more Blizzard's fault. I would say that was more Blizzard's. Let's have a look on the replay once again. Actually no, I would say that's more of a racing incident. Pure racing incident. As we do have a battle for P8 as well between the two Italian drivers. And Val is round! He is around, and let's have a look of what happened. Just clipping the grass and the car just spins itself out, and Val finds himself in the wall. As Sonic now is near enough 2 seconds behind as well. So definitely the fresher rubber does mean a lot for Blizzard and Callum just now. But now Blizzard has just under 6 minutes to close up to Callum and battle for the lead of the race. Callum, the efficient race leader in Lexus, 47.1. what did Blizzard set last lap? He was 47.4, so actually I think he was faster. I'm pretty sure he was actually faster than Callum on the previous lap. The gap is now just over 2 seconds, as Blizzard is trying to find his pace, and Val has closed up once again to Danny. And Val! Oh my goodness! A huge crash in turn 2. Let's have a look on the replay. What happened? Huge collision. Absolute huge collision. Clipped the grass and that. Yeah. Val just does not have a good day, does he? Val is not having a good day whatsoever. As that crash has to be bigger than we've seen in this race. As we have 4 minutes 18 seconds on the timer remaining for this race. 1.6 seconds is the gap between Callum and Blizzard. Can Blizzard close it up? 46.5 on the previous lap for Blizzard. I missed. And 47.6 for Callum. So there we go. This is where it's gonna get interesting, guys. This is where it's gonna get really interesting. In the meantime, while I think we do have a Val. Yes, we do. Val is trying to go round the inside of Danny, but it does not work out. Just doesn't work out, as Danny does make a mistake, and now Val is going to be around the outside as Danny pulls into the pits. In the meantime, as Danny is into the pits, let's have a quick look at that crash once again. Wait, what? Okay then, let's not. .3. And look at this, Ricardo is now past Murcielago, so I think Murcielago just let him through. Let's have a quick look. Or did something happen? Because Ricardo was a good while behind. Okay. Callum Spencer remains in the lead on lap 16 as we have 1 minute 45 to go. Only 1.5 minutes remain in this race. Previous lap time was a 47.5 for Callum. What was it for Blizzard? A 47.2, so 3/10. Blizzard was faster on the previous lap. Is it enough though? They will have one more lap in this race. The gap is 1.3. Will it be Blizzard or will it be Callum? As we hit our final minute of this race left in this one final minute in this race is left, and Blizzard is trying everything to catch up to Callum. He is going right to the limit, Blizzard. Right to the very limit of himself, near losing the car at the exit of the final corner, as we do start our final lap. 35 seconds. Drivers will be starting their final laps in this race. Lap 17 is going to be the final lap. Blizzard only has a wee bit to go to try and get past Callum for the win in this pre-season race. And Nurburgring. Can he get it? 8 tenths. 8 tenths is going to be intense. Final lap, Kevin Jacobs does finish his race now, as I think he might have been a lap down or something. Not entirely sure. But here we go, 7 times split the two drivers. Blizzard's really charging now. Blizzard is charging like crazy. But Callum just keeps that gap a bit within 1 second range. Let's see. Yeah, I think Callum is going to win this race. I think. Not gonna jinx it though. What, 2 sections to go. 3 corners left. Enters the final chicane for the final time in this race. Into the final corner. It's gonna be Callum Spencer coming around the final corner to take the sensational victory here in the pre-season race at Nurburgring. Congratulations to Callum. Blizzard takes home second. Sonic is going to finish up in P3. Let's have a look once again. Callum Spencer winning this race. That's lap 14. Thanks for that. Thanks, game. That was no use. And yeah, there we go. Murcielago is the only man to cross the line. And there we go. The race is done. And here we go. The results are Callum Spencer winning the pre-season race, taking that trophy home, picking up 8 positions. 8 places he gained in this race. What a drive from Callum. What a drive. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching today's live stream. I was Mr. Stem. I was happy to bring you the live action here from Nurburgring. And until next week, it's a goodbye and have a good one, everyone. Thank you. Goodbye.